Hey guys, how's it going? Billy here. The Switch 2 comes out, I think this Friday or this Saturday, one of these days. Well, in about a week. So we weren't able to pre-order the game. At least my brother wasn't. So I think we might be screwed and not get the chance to play the Switch 2. I mean, the only game that's worth playing is the Mario Kart game. It's pretty much, they're coming out with like three games, I think, right? It was Mario Kart, Donkey Kong, and then something else, I think. I don't know. I'm just a fan of Mario. Donkey Kong, I played the original. Well, I played Donkey Kong Country 2 years ago when I was a kid in the Super Nintendo, and beat that. And then I played Donkey Kong Country 1 after that as well. But I'm not like a super big fan of Donkey Kong Country. Like I remember when the one called Donkey Kong Country Returns, I think it was, came out like in 2010, I think, around that time, for the DS first. Like, I bought it and I still have it, and guess what? I never fucking played it. I think that was like the starting period of when I stopped kind of like caring about playing video games by myself. Like, like, even now I just see it kind of like as a social thing to do with friends and family or whatever, to do together. But I haven't played it, and I'm not really caring for this version of the new Donkey Kong Country. And this one is supposedly using the new Donkey Kong drawing. There's a better name for that. The character, when the movie came out, they used a different type of drawing for Donkey Kong, so they're using that, I guess, from now on for all the games, which I think looks better, even though the nostalgic feeling, everybody's probably gonna miss the old one. But the old one definitely looked like angrier, I guess, or even dumber. And this Donkey Kong looks like friendlier, the way it's drawn. All they did is kind of like just change the eyebrows and the eyes a little. But it seems like it's noticeable, basically. But yeah, so I don't know if I'll be able to play the Switch 2. And I had not tomorrow, but the following Monday and Tuesday off. It wasn't planned to play for the Switch 2, but it just happened to be that the Switch 2 was supposed to come out. I think it's Sunday, not Friday, or maybe Saturday. I don't remember which day, but I was thinking of, like, playing with my brothers, like, and having an all nighter. Because I for some reason I think it was coming out Sunday, so I was like, let's play all night or whatever. But so now that I know that it's not, I mean, we haven't been able to pre-order it, and we might not be able to do that. Damn, I'm a little bit tired. I'm kind of out of it, not making a lot of sense. But my brother, he's much younger than me, so he's gonna he and his friends, like, are really into games still. He's 10 years younger than me. So he's gonna probably be with his friends and like go to GameStop or some game store and wait in line. I've never done that, and I would probably never do that. I would just wait. But my brother, he and his friends, like to do crazy shit. And then the next thing I want to talk about is I've been watching Netflix still. I've been watching this series called Ranma. Again, it's anime, because I mentioned before, I don't really like American shows. I've been watching anime called Ranma. It's actually an old anime that I watched the original. Like I watched the original back when I was in 6th grade. So this was what 2005, I think, 2004, 2005. So this was like 20 years ago. So I watched the original back then because a family member, like a cousin, recommended it. It's very funny. I watched it in Spanish. But it's very old school. Like I think the actual series came out probably like 40 years ago, maybe. So it's a really old series. And the English dub for that series, for the original, is trash. Like I tried watching it in English. There's like no emotions. Like whoever the voice actors feels like it's like their first time voice acting. So I watched this one and Netflix. Supposedly Netflix paid to have the rights to, I think exclusively. And the show kind of did what most new anime does, which is skip the fillers and just go straight to the story of whatever the manga is. It's still funny, it's still good. It definitely has a different feeling. I'm watching it in English this time. I actually have one more episode left. There's only 12 episodes. But it is still funny, like I think it's still an interesting anime. The original I really liked, especially back then. Like now that I'm rewatching it, I kind of know what happens, so it's not as surprising or whatever. But I think it's still good. If you haven't watched it before, I would give it a try. Even though it is a little bit strange. Oh, well, at least back then it was strange. It's basically the main character can turn to two different genders, which, especially back then, it was weird. Nowadays is kind of normal. With whatever people do now with themselves. But the anime itself, I think it's pretty good, pretty funny. It's good anime to watch. So that's what I've been doing. Like I'm going to the gym now. When I get back home, I'll probably finish the last episode, and then I'll see what else I can watch. Because I tried watching this soccer anime called Captain Tsubasa, I think it was. And I didn't realize it was for like kids. In Netflix, like it literally says for kids 7 or older. So I tried watching it. It was fucking boring as fuck. Like the first episode, like nothing literally happened. So I was like, fuck this. Like I'll watch anime, but I'll still watch anime, but it has to be for like for older, for an older audience. Like I don't want to watch for kids. It was too clean, too boring. So I'm not gonna watch that. Like I like the other soccer anime, which was called Blue Lock. I watched it in what's it called? Crunchyroll. That anime was pretty good. But anyway, that's it, guys. I have nothing else really to say. Hope you guys are having a good weekend. All right, take care, guys.